my name is David, and my why question is, why do Americans think that money buys happiness? So growing up, and even to this day, I'm in love with money. If you're talking money, I'm listening to you. Just say no. And then I'd have parents who would tell me that like name a whole bunch of careers I'd name money, and one that came up the most was acting. But who's trying to be a doctor? And I mean, it's just because it's too many years of schooling. And then so I wasn't really trying to be a doctor, and I was trying to be a cop, but cops don't make a lot of money. So I'm struggling to think that what career fits me best since I'm in love with money. And I thought about playing the lottery as soon as I hit 18, but that ain't gonna work out. Go ahead, and so. Thing is, so I guess many Americans like to have money, and the more money that they have, it turns out that it's bad for them, because you start becoming greedier. I know I'm not like that. If I have money, everything's on me. But that's just one person, and we don't realize that rich people have problems of their own too. So while I was doing my research, I looked up what happened in the lottery to people who won the lottery, and it turns out that most of them died 5 years later, and it sucks, you win billions of dollars, and then 5 years later, the money's just there, and that was mainly because they were paranoid. So I guess you have a lot of money. So that's like a target on your back. And so they thought that the families were going to try to kill them, or that the family was after them for money. They were being used. Some had an addiction with alcohol, and you can buy as much alcohol as you want with money. So they just started buying, they just started feeding more of their addiction. So they died. So a study in Minnesota, they saw that people who made over $300,000 were less generous and more approachable. And what are they gonna do with all that money? Eventually, it's just gonna go in the bank and it's just gonna be there. So why not give it away? And you'd think they'd have like $1 or $2 to spare for a homeless person. It turns out. Another study shows that the low income group spent only 12% more of their time in a bad mood, and you think that since they're poor and middle class, I guess in it too, I guess you think that because we struggle a lot more to pay with money issues, or because we're thinking about what are we gonna do if we can't pay this bill or whatnot. So you think that they'd be a lot more happier. Turns out to really not. So money doesn't really affect your life. And the last thing is that money really. So with money, I guess you're a lot more privileged. You can get yourself a Starbucks coffee any single day of your life, and it seems like little things, but think about it. If you're poor, you have to save up for that cup of coffee, and as you're drinking that cup of coffee, that might you're savoring the moment. You want that cup to last as long as it can, and that's just not it while you're rich. While you're rich, it's just a cup of coffee. It's no longer a big deal, and it sucks that you just can't enjoy the things in life when you have all the money in the world. You think you can. And so the solution would be to stop paying attention to society and to rich people or whatever, because I know Floyd, big fan of his. and he shows off his money as much as he can. Posts up how much he's won in minutes. And but the bad thing was, you know, not too long ago, I know you guys heard of, he got called out by 50 Cent that he couldn't even read. So you know, you don't have, I guess you don't have everything while you're rich, and so we have to start, you know, doing us instead of trying to be rich. And I'm pretty sure that this lady here, she doesn't have money, because otherwise she wouldn't be rocking a hat made out of hay. But I know, but you see, she has a smile on her face, and you know, well, Floyd's over there. So you know, I guess money really doesn't buy happiness. And what I was really trying to get at here is for you guys to pick a career without thinking about the money, because I know, well, like I said, you know, I was looking into careers that pay a lot, but being a doctor was really not my dream. I really want to become a, you know, an FBI agent or something like that, and it doesn't pay as much as being a doctor or a billionaire out there, you know. So, you know, just do you. The money will come eventually. Money comes and goes. So.